Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurudamilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadavihim Tadati Swapadantikam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shambhadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhureva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. There is a beautiful prayer offered by a great saintly personality, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Brilliant intellectual, great poet, and an ardent devoted follower of Sri Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He expressed his deep love for Sri Vrindavan Dham and for the Lord of Vrindavan, Sri Gopal. In this prayer, he is praising this beautiful land, this enchanting land, and the residents of this transcendental place. With reference to their love for the cows. So his prayer is Gokulair Gokulam Ninne Gokulam Gokulair Haran Gokulam Gokulastrina Gokulair Gokuleshwaraha. So yes, again and again doing this play of words, word play on the word Gokul or go. This is a nice prayer. Do you think it's a good prayer to kind of recite in this wonderful holy place of Gopal Goshala? Isn't it? Gopal, Goshala, it's again go. The word go. So let's try and do that. Would you like to do that?
Yes.
Recite this prayer
Yes.
after me. Okay? Gokulair Gokulam Ninne
Gokulair Gokulam Ninne.
So, Gokulair in the land called as Gokul. Gokulam, the residents of that land. Kula means those who belong to. So Gokula is a place where every resident belongs to. Shri Krishna, who is the Lord of the cows. Rajesh, after some time, is that alright?
Oh, you want me to pause for now? Okay.
Yeah, we could pause for now. I'll let you know. Okay? So those who have dedicated their lives to pleasing the cows, and hence they consider themselves to belong to the lineage descending from the cows. They call as Gokula. An entire community who totally believes that their ancestors are cows. We belong to the Gogotra, and the lineage. So that is called as Gokul. What is your Kula? Kula means what is your lineage, your ancestry. So they say our lineage is Gokul. Literal translation is we descend from the cows. So Gokule Gokulam Ninye Gokulam Gokule Haram So now, those who consider themselves to be the descendants of cows, the Gokula, believe in this lineage, they Gokulair Haran. So this is a play of words. Haran is to take away. Haran means to move things from one place to another. So if you do it in ways which is not healthy, it is called as stealing. Hara, to steal. But if you do it in a healthy, with a healthy attitude, when I want to be helpful, then hara is you take somebody from place A to place B in a very pleasing, for giving them a pleasant experience. That is also called as hara. So Krishna is sometimes called as hara, and the direct meaning that is always kind of understood is that Krishna steals away our hearts, or he steals away all our material attachments and makes us lost to the material world. Right? Hara could also mean the person who transports us from the material realm to the spiritual realm. He brings us from the material realm to the spiritual realm. So Gokulam, here the word Gokul is referring to those who consider themselves to be the descendants of the cows and are having a cow body. They are in the bodies of cows. So they are cows. So Gokulam Haran would mean that the residents, or in Gokul Dham, the main activity is Gokulam Gokulai Haran, taking the cows out to pasture. Cow herding. Then Gokulam Gokulastrinam Gokulai Gokuleshwaraha. This is also the land where everyone who is a descendant of the cows, they could be the ladies, Strinam, or Gokulai. So specifically the ladies have been mentioned here because they are Janani. They give birth to both the genders. So when you say Strinam, here Strinam would include both genders. So men as well as women. The entire human population. And Gokulai. Here Gokula is referring to the cows. the cows and the bulls, the calves. So, this is the land where you believe that your family is the cows. And you could be in the human form, the human body, or you could be in cattle body. But whichever body you belong to or you possess, everyone accepts that their Lord, the Lord of their dynasty, Master, the one whom everyone serves, the Ishvara, is the Lord of that lineage, Gokuleshwara. So practically, if there is an eternal activity that could ever be considered for the followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then that eternal activity would be to please the cows. Why? Because they are our ancestors. We belong to their lineage. And when we do that, then the Lord of Gokul is very much pleased. Gokuleshwara. So Gokulair Gokulam Ninne Gokulam Gokulair Haran Gokulam Gokulastrinam Gokulair Gokuleshwara. Once upon a time, there lived a man who by personal choice and circumstances decided to accept the profession of stealing. Not just stealing, he became a big time thief and a dacoit. Yeah, so he graduated from the high school of stealing to the college of thievery and finally mastered. He did his master's in dacoity. So he was very career minded. Unfortunately for him, he was on the hit list of the police. The police were trying to catch him. He was running away from the police. There was no place to hide. So, in sheer desperation, he ran into a crowd that had come together on a Saturday evening, May 20th, 23rd, 2025. And it was a colorful crowd, colorful dresses, everyone happy. They had some kind of something painted on their foreheads. So he felt that he could merge and be lost in the crowd. The police also did come there. They had darshan of Gomata and they left. They're convinced that the culprit is not here, and even if the culprit is here, he's in good hands. So the local Matha in charge, Babaji, was explaining or was helping people understand the beauty of Krishna and how Krishna loves cows. So this gentleman was looking for a way out. He wasn't interested in what was being spoken. He was just like spending some time there and wanted to leave as soon as possible. However, then he heard that Krishna is a young boy and he is always decorated with a lot of jewelry. Like the most expensive ones. Now he was interested. He couldn't understand a word. The language was kind of familiar, but couldn't understand what was being spoken. Like in the early days, when Prabhupada would give his presentation, his early students, they would sit and hear with rapt attention for days together. And in those days, Prabhupada would be a little repetitive on certain points. He would say, I am not the body, I am the soul. They understood the language. Prabhupada would speak in English. They could understand English. It took them a few months to realize that, well, actually for a few months, they were completely convinced that this old gentleman who's sitting in front of them on this high seat is not the body, he is the soul. And that's why he's so persistent in trying to make us understand that he is not the body, he is the soul. After a few months, they realized that this was Prabhupada speaking in the third person. It applied to all of them. They figured it out. Actually, when Prabhupada says, I am not the body, it is for each one of us that we are not the body, we are the soul. So sometimes you understand the language, but the meaning doesn't get across. So when Babaji was speaking about Krishna and Krishna's beautiful activities, in India you say, kuch palle nahi pada. He couldn't understand a single thing. It just went above his head. But every single bit of jewelry that was described, Krishna's earrings, bracelets, armbands, necklace, oh, you could very, very well understand all of that. Now he was eager to know, where could I find this boy? So the Babaji acknowledged. He said, Krishna is in Vrindavan. Oh, where is Vrindavan? Is it one of the suburbs of downtown Toronto? Where is Vrindavan? He had no idea. So then Babaji said, oh, Vrindavan is this beautiful land on the banks of the river Yamuna. Oh, there's a river, Yamuna. I just know what is it? Which river is there? I'm so sorry. In Calgary, it's the Bow River. So some, okay. Beyond that, he couldn't understand anything. And then he heard that, oh, this boy spends a lot of time under a tamal tree or a kadamba tree. So he said, okay, Krishna, Vrindavan, river Yamuna, a tamal tree or a kadamba tree. Okay. I think I can figure out where I can find this boy. So he went out looking for Krishna. He did make his way to Vrindavan. He was on the banks of the river Yamuna. And there, under a beautiful kadamba tree, Krishna was playing on the flute. He couldn't connect with this visual, like somebody playing on the flute. But there he saw all the jewels of Krishna. Oh, a boy, Vrindavan, Yamuna, jewels. This must be the person that I was looking out for. I wanted to meet him, and he's just a boy, I'm an adult, I can easily steal the jewels. Unfortunately for him, he saw the beautiful face of Krishna, he saw the form of Krishna, he saw his hands and his lotus feet. And that was the end of his human form of life as a thief. And then his career graph just plummeted all the way down. He was finished. He forgot who he was, where he was, what was he supposed to do. Krishna called him and said, "Hey, let me remind you, you are here to steal from me." He said, "I think you're wrong. I'm not here to steal from you. I think you have stolen from me. You are a thief." You have stolen my heart, you have stolen my mind. Krishna says, "Hey, these jewels, they are for you. I don't care about the jewels anymore. I just want to be staying here with you for the rest of eternity. And then I want to serve you." Krishna smiled. It's like Krishna was letting all of us know, what can I do? That is who I am. I attract everyone. Did you know that? This is me being me. That's why I'm called Krishna, the all attracted. Did you know that? So Krishna was marketing himself. In Hari Bhakti Shuddhodaya, there's a beautiful description of Krishna's predicament. Krishna says, "Sada muktopi baddhosmi." I'm the Yatik Brahman, you're the Yajman. So you can repeat after me. Sada muktosmi. I'm so sorry. I'll try to translate it. Sada muktosmi. Krishna says, "You know, I'm eternally liberated." And all of us go, yeah, all right. And don't boast so much. Yeah, I'm eternally liberated. I'm always liberated. And for all times to come, I'm liberated. But those. And still I'm bound. That is what catches our attention. What did you say right now? If you're eternally liberated, did you just say you're bound? Krishna says, yeah, yes. Baddhosmi, I am bound. Sadamuktopi baddhosmi bhakteshu sneharajjubhi. What are you bound by? Ropes? He says, yes. Rajju, I'm bound by ropes. Are you sure you're bound by ropes? He says, definitely I'm bound by ropes. Rajjubhi. Don't you see that I'm bound by ropes? I say, no. You will also say, no, Krishna, you don't see you bound by ropes. We see you playing on the flute. We see you with your covered staff. We see you running around in the land of Vrindavan. Where are you bound? He says, have you ever seen me running around with anyone except my devotees? Do you think I have a choice? Just look at me. I cannot but help being with my devotees. So why are you in that situation? What can I do? These devotees have absolutely no quality other than sneha or affection for me. They have no other quality. I sometimes offer them an opportunity. Would you like to be the king of this place? Would you want a planet to reside on? Would you want the kingdom, the wealth of this entire planet Earth? And they're like, no, what do we want to do? We have this huge amount of affection for you. That is all that we want in life, to always have this affection for you. So Krishna, he tries to bargain with us. He says, well, what if I give myself unto you and you give up your affection for me? And we say, no, that's not possible. Even if you offer yourself to us, in return you ask us to give up on our affection for you, that's not possible. We don't want this deal. So Krishna is like, are you saying that you do not respect my offer? And the devotee says, it's not that, Krishna. You are such a hypocrite. You attract all our senses and our mind, and then you offer yourself unto us and ask us to be devoid of affection for you. Isn't that hypocritical? How is that possible? How can we do it? Can you ask of an iron rod to give up its affinity towards a magnet? Is that possible for iron to do? Give up its affinity towards a magnet? It's not possible. Do you think we are voluntarily doing this? We have forgotten that we have individual choices to make. We've forgotten that we've got free will. Your presence is so overwhelmingly satisfying. We can't help but let this affection flow towards you. Do you think it's voluntary? Do you think I'm using my intelligence to do that? My intelligence is failing me. It's just my pure consciousness that is being reflected through this spontaneous attraction towards you. Why are you so attractive, Krishna? And Krishna says, because I want your affection. That's why I'm so attractive. Bhakteshu sneha rajjubhihi. You are attracted towards me. Reciprocally, I am attracted towards that affection that you have for me. So in that situation, what does Krishna say in the Hari Bhakti Shuddha? He says, not only I being eternally liberated am bound, he says, Sada muktopi paddhosmi bhakteshu sneha rajjubhi ajitopi jitoham. There's no one that can conquer me ever. I cannot be conquered by any object in relationship to time, place and circumstances. Desha kala patra. Nothing can conquer me. Jitoham. Still you, my devotee, you have conquered me. And I can't figure that out. Krishna cannot figure out how is it that he who is the unconquered is conquered by his devotee. Why? And it's not just that. See, when you conquer someone, it's by sheer physical force. That is how you conquer someone. So the person that gets conquered is helpless. When you bind someone, the person is helpless because you bound up that person. There's physical restraint. But now Krishna says, or he expresses a sublime emotion. So ajitopi jito aham te avashyopi vashikrita avash. I am always in control of my emotions. I'm the master of my emotions. I am always able to make choices in life. I decide what to do. Avash, there's no one that can force me to make choices in life. Vashikrita. It's as if my devotee mesmerizes me. They enchant me. They have some mantra by which they completely capture my consciousness. I'm no longer able to make choices. I don't have that independence because Vashikrita. They have captured me. So, why is it more sublime? Because here Krishna says the force, that energy, which is invisible, which is unseen, it's there in the affection that a devotee has for me. I cannot resist that. So sometimes they have some of these perfumes, they come up with this idea that when you have this perfume on, then people find it irresistible. A lot of people buy into that. Krishna says, I find that fragrance of that affection irresistible. It's as if I get pulled towards the and hence, Krishna becomes a plaything, a play object in the hands of his devotees. And great saintly personalities are simply amazed. How is it that these wonderful ladies of the land of Vrindavan, the gopis, they can make Krishna dance to their tunes? Just imagine, why would anyone want to lift up a hill? And that too, a 6-year-old boy. Why would a person want to do that? Alright, like, do you think in his wildest imagination that a 6-year-old boy is coming up with the idea, hey, let's go and lift up a hill on the little finger of our left hand? Let's see what his devotees make him do. This has come to him, Krishna, Krishna, save us. He says, alright, what should I do? Protect us. We need an umbrella. Krishna says, okay, here. I lift up Govardhan hill. Can anyone else make a child do an act like that? Can anybody do that? Ready to lift up the Govardhan hill. Krishna, cows are in danger. Krishna says, okay, close your eyes. Why? There's a wildfire surrounding all of us. He says, close your eyes. Why would a child ever drink in fire? The love that Krishna has for his devotees, the affection that the devotees have for him. The cows are looking at him. The cowherd boys are looking at him. Krishna, what do we do? None of them has any smart ideas like Krishna, I think, that calls Nanda Maharaj for help. 911. Like Krishna, you are Ananda Maharaj, you are a 911, you are everything. What do we do? He says, close your eyes. The Davanal is gone. The forest fire is gone. Everyone is falling down unconscious, drinking the waters of the river Yamuna. And Krishna, he jumps into the... Why would he... I mean, simply by taking a sip of that water at Kaliyada, people are practically lifeless. What does he do? He jumps into that lake. Why does he do that? Just reciprocating with the love devotees have for him. He loves them so much. Not only does he love them, Garuda Maharaj had come to Sri Vrindavan Dham. He says, oh, Garuda has also been here. Garuda is my special devotee. And somehow or the other, Garuda Maharaj is blessed. Kaliya. So let me just send him away from Vrindavan Dham. I will not punish him in any other way. I'll just send him away. He sends him away with a warning. Don't you pollute any other reservoir of water anywhere in the world. Leave this place. Kali did that. He danced on Kali. Natavar, Nataraj, the best of all dancers. So Krishna performs his beautiful pastimes. A gentleman from a friendly neighborhood visits Krishna and he says, you have given me the blessing to be in any place at any time. At all times. I can decide wherever I would want to be. How is it that I've missed out on seeing your pastimes in Vrindavan? This is Narada Muni. Narada Muni is saying that you have blessed me, I can travel anywhere according to my wish. And still, I just hear that you have killed a snake. That is only 12 miles long. You've killed a stork. And you kind of just entered the stork's throat. And you acted like a rheostat, you just increased the temperature there. Stork was gone. Krishna, please, I would like to hear from your very lotus mouth. I may not have seen those pastimes, but if I hear from you, that would pacify my mind. Can you do that? So this conversation between Krishna and Narada Muni described in the Adi Purana. Krishna says, my dear Narada, do you know what happens in the land of Gokul? Narada Muni says, I don't, please tell me. He says, the older gopis, they catch hold of me and they bring me to Mother Yashoda. And they say, oh Yashoda, why don't you teach your child some good manners? Why don't you teach him how to behave? He's so naughty and is always stealing our dairy products, especially the milk and the butter. Yeah. In the beginning we thought that he is playing, he's just being a prankster. But now it's getting on our nerves And you are our queen. So we have no way out. You have to help us. Please teach your son some sense of restraint. Please teach him what the civil bounds of behavior are. Yashoda became concerned. She looked at Krishna, and Krishna was looking at this lady's as if, what are you talking about? I've never seen you. You don't know me. Then looks at Mother Yashoda, is like, they're crazy. Don't believe them. Did you think I would do that? Just look at me. I'm your son. You're such a cultured lady. I'm your son. I'm a cultured boy too. I'm very civil and decent in my behavior. Mother Yashoda looks at him. She's looking at him. So that's her mind there. She's observing her son. But her intelligence is trying to convince her that his words are not true. So she's a little confused. She knows all of her friends since her childhood. They all grew up together. She trusts them. At the same time, the way Krishna presents himself, not only is Mother Yashoda confused, those who have come to complain about him, when they look at Krishna looking so innocent, they start doubting themselves. Krishna tells Mother Yashoda, Ma, do you really think they're telling the truth? I think they have some real issues going on in their lives. It is their frustration. Why would anyone call a little boy a thief? Look at my hands, they're so little. Do you think I can steal these hands? And Mother Yashoda looks at her friends and she says, Oh Sakhis, you are my friends. I trust you. Maybe what you say is true. But you're not just friends, you're family. You know I have to raise up this boy to be the son of a king. I need your help. Please don't consider him to be my son. He is also your son. So you also try to teach him what is good. Please share in this responsibility that I have towards my son. For we are friends. And all the ladies are convinced that yes, we must try and do our best to see that Krishna grows good habits. And then Mother Yashoda says, thank you very much for your cooperation. And Krishna is standing with his hands behind his back. You see, this is who I am. I can resolve all conflicts. The ladies, they leave Mother Yashoda's place, Nanda Bhavan, and as they're going back to their houses, they're convinced, they're conversing with each other. What really happened? We had gone there to complain. We should have stuck to our stand. But we started feeling that we are the guardian of this child. you have to be very careful with this boy. Maybe he is a mystic. And I've heard from some holy person in the caves that children sometimes have mystical. They are simple ladies. They're trying to figure out what happened. That thinking that this is a mystical experience. Then a few of them were little, they consider themselves to be a little smarter than the others. So they told the other friends that, don't worry, we'll come up with a plan. What is the plan? The plan is that we know that he's going to come back and steal. We know that. That is the only thing that is as sure as death is that Krishna is going to come and steal. When he does come to our house and steal, we let him do that. We let him steal. But then we shout out to all the others and ask everyone to come to the house of that gopi where Krishna is stealing. And we'll gang upon him. And we'll catch him in the act. And then we'll bring him back to Mother Yashoda. Unfortunately, the gopis did not have smartphones that they would have.
Taking pictures.
They would have recorded Krishna's story. All they could do was just use their ability to speak. We will be witnesses to each other. It's not just previously each one would complain about what they had seen Krishna doing. Now they said that we are going to come together at the place where Krishna, the very house where Krishna is staying, and then we bring him to Mother Yashoda. Each one of us is going to be a witness to the act. They were very happy with this plan. News spread fast. The news went back to the cowherd boys, Krishna's friends. So Krishna called for an emergency meeting. They all gathered together. Krishna told his friends, so? And the friends go, so? So they have to go and steal. And then his friends are like, yes, we have to do that. How are we going to do that, Krishna? Well, we'll go, enter our house. We definitely have all the dairy products in the house. There will be milk, there will be candy, there will be butter, yogurt. That is all we need. We'll steal, we'll eat, we'll throw some of the products around and we'll run away. Krishna, but they will catch us. We are ready to come with you. We'll all steal. But then, when the gopis, they catch us, out of fear of being caught, we have to run away. We will run away. And Krishna tells him, yes, you are very good at it. You are experts at running away. You are so very good at slipping away. That is your strength. You should believe in yourself. You cannot be caught. You are so intelligent. And I am the most intelligent of all. So when all of you slip away, I will allow myself to be caught. And then they will think that they have caught the leader, and I will find out a way to escape. All the friends are like, bravo, bravo, yes, yes, that is the plan. So now Krishna has a plan, the gopis have a plan. Coward boys, they hit on the target. One of the gopis, they enter the house. Krishna enters first. This is after all of these events unfolded. The friends are like, Krishna, first, you be the first person, the first house, let us see what happens. Krishna says, you don't worry. I'm not afraid of anyone. In fact, I challenged them. So he took took a very confident step into the house through the door. And all the friends are waiting outside the door. Let us see what happens. What would Krishna do? So he walks very confidently inside the house and he goes, he already has a blueprint of where this storage rooms are, where they have the butter pots and the dairy products. So he zones in into, as if he has a tracker. So he just, right there, picks up a pot, and the gopi is standing over him. She's like, "Caught you, little thief!" And Krishna is just standing there with the pot and looks up right into her eyes. And when she looks into Krishna's eyes, she has this visual experience of being in Nala land, the land of her dreams, a place where she actually would always want to be in. She sees all of that in Krishna's eyes. She's lost in Krishna's eyes. She's stupefied. She's just standing there and staring at Krishna, and Krishna is eating butter. Krishna's hands are moving and his lips are moving and his mouth is opening and closing and he's eating the butter. But dare he blink? He doesn't blink. He's just staring right into the gopi's eyes. And the gopi is so happy. She's so satisfied looking into Krishna's eyes. Not only is she seeing the fulfillment of all of her dreams, but you know, when you are totally focused on one object, there is a hazy impression of what is going around that object. There's a hazy, so there is also a hazy impression of Krishna is eating butter and I'm not able to stop him, and Krishna is drinking milk and I'm not able to stop him. But the gopi is like, I love the place where I am right now. Oh, the place of my dreams. And the friends are watching from outside and they say the gopi is stunned. So they walk in, they start eating butter and other things. The gopi could not do anything. Krishna completely stupefied the gopi. Krishna tells Narada Muni, and in this way, we all had fun. And Narada is listening. It's like, wow. I mean, the Adi Purana has some nice leelas. And then Krishna leaves. And when he leaves, and first he tells his friends, okay, you leave. So his friends are gone. And the gopi kind of understands that if everyone is leaving, but she's just so happy looking to Krishna's eyes. And then Krishna departs. And after Krishna departs, she comes back to her external consciousness. Oh, I'm still in my house. I'm not in the place of my dreams. What happened? I was supposed to call out to the other gopis. What am I going to tell them? Everything has been stolen. Oh, the son of Nanda and Yashoda. What can I do? There's nothing I can do but make more butter and more dairy products for tomorrow. What else can I do? Krishna is gone. His friends now, they got more courage. They're like, Krishna, that was such a wonderful experience. We are back to where we were. We thought that, oh, now maybe the Yashoda knows and it wouldn't be so easy to go about doing what we are doing. But now we are confident that we can go on doing our wonderful act of stealing butter. Oh, it's so lovely, Krishna, to steal along with you. Krishna is like, yeah, well done. So now this gopi goes back to her friends and she narrates everything to him, and they're like, oh, this is not good. We should not be looking into Krishna's eyes. So now they have a plan. If Krishna comes stealing along with his friends, they should catch him in the act but not look directly into his eyes. So now they have this plan. Krishna and his friends, they are more confident of just going, walking in. So that night the gopis are all, now they have redefined the plan. They have really built more defenses. So now while they're going off to sleep at night, they're thinking about how they are going to protect all of their wares, the dairy products from Krishna. And they are thinking about it and thinking again and again, they're gaining that confidence that they will be successful, and they fall to sleep. And in their sleep, they cannot help but think about Krishna. And so Krishna describes to Narad Muni, one gopi in her dreams while she's sleeping. She picks up Krishna and puts Krishna in her lap. And she starts cuddling him. She starts feeding him butter. And she is so happy doing that. This is what they will do in their dreams. These very gopis, when they are awake, they are making plans to stop Krishna, but in their dreams they want to just cuddle Krishna. One of them wants to cuddle Krishna in her arms. Another gopi in her dreams, she has Krishna in her arms and she cannot stop kissing Krishna all over. She's just planting kisses all over Krishna. That is all that she is doing in her dream. And she is so happy. This baby, this Krishna, my boy, kissing him all over. There's another gopi. She's dreaming that she's looking at Krishna's beautiful face, and she's so happy looking at Krishna's face that all the time she's simply smiling and laughing. That is what she dreams about Krishna throughout the night. In this way, the gopis are dreaming about Krishna and how Krishna is so very lovely. They really love Krishna. Just love Krishna so much. The next day, another morning, Krishna says, let's go, sleep. So the friends are ready to go and sleep. The gopis are ready to catch Krishna in the act. Krishna walks in, another door, another gopi, another day. He walks into the door, confidently. The friends are confident, but not confident enough to follow him immediately. So they say, Krishna, today you just lead us and we'll watch from a distance. Krishna says, all right, don't worry. So he walks into the door, he goes to the butter pots, the milk pots, the place where the yogurt is stored. He picks up the pots and he begins eating, and the gopi, the owner of that house, she comes in front of Krishna with her hands on her hips. I'm watching you. And she remembers that she has to call out to her friends. And Krishna smiles at her. She was like, I shouldn't be looking in his eyes, but his smile, oh my God, so enchanting. And Krishna smiles at her, and the gopi is like, Krishna, can I get you some butter to eat? And Krishna smiles at her. She, Krishna, can I feed you butter? Krishna is like, some of these ladies in our village, they went and complained to Mother Yashoda. What? Why did they do that? Says the gopi. And Krishna smiles at her. And he says, and I have decided that I don't think I like the way Mother Yashoda took their son. I don't think I'm going to go home. I don't think I'm going to eat the butter that's at home. And then I'm so hungry because I've not eaten anything. And the gopi says, oh Krishna, don't worry. Here, let me give you some milk, let me give you some yogurt, you eat. And the friends, when they see the gopi offering Krishna all of these wonderful products, they walk in. And they surround Krishna, and she's feeding Krishna, and she's letting all the other boys eat. In her mind, she is wanting to call out to her friends. Somewhere at the back of her mind, she knows that this is what she has to do. But she is seeing Krishna smile. Krishna is smiling so beautifully. And the gopi is like, please eat more, please take more. And her mind is saying, you stupid woman! You're supposed to call out to all the other gopis. And she's like, please Krishna, accept. She's feeding Krishna. And finally when they've had their fill, they all leave. And she is completely dumbfounded. What did I do? With my very hands I fed that thief? She's like, my hands, do you belong to me or to him? Krishna is happy, he goes back. The gopis have another meeting.
Okay.
Don't be fooled by his smile. Don't look into his eyes. Don't listen to his stories of how he's hungry and I can't go home because Mother Yashoda is not believing in him anymore. Another day, another gopi. Krishna, all his friends come. Narad Muni is like, this is so wonderful. There's such wonderful pastimes. Just stealing butter. Another day, Krishna enters the house of another gopi. Now his friends also enter along with him. They surround themselves with all these pots. They make a circle. Now they are so confident about stealing that they sit down in a circle in the house of the gopi. They take all the pots and they're so free of anxiety. They keep the pots all around themselves like, okay, sometimes I eat from this. And they use all of their hands. And sometimes when their hands are full, they also kind of lick with them around. And just being little boys. Like that. The gopi walks in. She calls in for all the other gopis. They all come running. They catch Krishna in the act. You thief! Who are you? What are you doing? Krishna says, Shanta, Shanta. Be peaceful, dear ladies. Nanda Baba has sent me here. What? Nanda Baba and Mother Yashoda, they told me, Kanha, we have a very holy person come to our house. Swamiji, Guruji has come to our house. I would want you to go to the house of my friend, this gopi friend, and ask her to give her dairy products to serve this holy person. The gopis are completely stunned. What do you say now? This child can cook up stories like that. I did not come here to steal. They did. I did not come to steal. Nanda Baba sent me, and they're watching him eat. And they cannot stop him from eating. Because Krishna is telling them a story. Krishna is telling them, Baba sent me, Maya sent me. There is a holy person comes, Swamiji has come, Guruji has come. These are simple ladies. They're like, oh, Swamiji has come. We should get blessings of Swamiji. So that is playing in their minds. At the same time, something somewhere at the corner of their mind is telling them, hey, he's stealing, he's cheating you. But they cannot stop Krishna from eating. And after the boys are done eating, Krishna says, I'll go back and tell Mother Yashoda that you are not wanting to send your dairy products to her. The gopi who owned that house is like, I never said that. So alright, they've already eaten, so little children are representatives of the blessings of holy man. By feeding little boys, you have received the blessings of Guruji. The gopis are like, what? He comes up with another philosophy now. And in this way, Narada Muni is hearing this wonderful pastimes of Krishna stealing butter. Therefore, the great saint Bilamangal Thakur, we know how he's glorified Krishna as a little boy who steals butter. He calls him the king of thieves. Chaurashtakam. Isn't it? Yes. Braje prasiddham navanita chauram gopangananam chadukuda chauram. There are many other things that he steals. And Bilamangal Thakur is impressed by that. Today we are just going to be impressed with Krishna stealing butter. Because we'll stick to the Adi Purana. Navanita Chaur. He is such a stickler, this boy. I mean, he doesn't want to steal butter. He wants to steal freshly churned butter. He doesn't care for butter that has been churned about half an hour ago. He's like, that's from last birth. पिछले जन्म का है. I need freshly churned butter. And because Bilamangal Thakur says that this is what he does, he's so picky. He says, this pickiness of him is his hallmark. And hence, he is very glorious in Braj. Braje prasiddham navanita chaur. And then there are the Gopangananam, he also steals the garments of the gopis. He is famous for that too. But prasiddham is navanita chaur. Yes? So we are into the business of serving Krishna. That's a family business, right? Prabhupada told us that we have a family business. What is a family business? Book distribution. He said that is a family business. Right? What is book distribution? A way to serve Krishna. So we are in the business of serving Krishna. And since this is a process of meditation, of connecting with Krishna, it is also yoga. So what do we say? What do we practice? Bhakti yoga. Right? This is what we practice. We practice Bhakti yoga. We practice yoga, isn't it? Correct? Let me ask you a question. What kind of yoga does Krishna practice? Would you like to know what yoga Krishna practices? Sure? Would you like to know that? Alright, so now I need the projection. So we practice Bhakti Yoga, right? Today, we have heard about Krishna, who is the Lord of Gokul. He is the king, he is the master of the lineage that is very proud of its ancestry in relationship to cows. Krishna's stealing of butter is motivated by his desire to reciprocate. Yes, we can. So it's motivated by Krishna's desire to reciprocate with the affection of his devotees. Sneha rajjubhi bandhaha. Krishna is bound by the ropes of affection that his devotees have for him. And then we heard about how Krishna is so wonderfully cherishing his interaction with the gopis and narrating it to Sri Narada Muni. And maybe all of this is inspiring us to be very, very comfortable with the idea of practicing Bhakti Yoga, because that is what we do. We do Bhakti Yoga. So is there any yoga that Krishna practices? This verse from the Bhagavatam may reveal something interesting. Is it alright? So we have this verse there. Generally, I would like us to recite this verse, but we are running a little late. So what I would want you to do is just take a note of this verse. This is from the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 8, verse number 29, where the gopis are coming and complaining to Mother Yashoda, "Oh, Mother Yashoda, Yashoda, Yashode, do something about your child. Yashomati, this is your son. It's so aggravating. Can you see our frustration? Can you understand that? Please." And they're describing that. Vatsa muncham kvachit asamay krosha. Oh, the projector's down. Okay. Krosha sanjata hasa. Steyam swad attatha dadipaya kalpitai steya yogai. That word, steya yogai. Just as bhakti yogai. The yoga of bhakti. So steya yoga is the yoga of steya. The word steya used twice in this line. At the beginning, the word steya used as steyam. And towards the end, it is used as steya yoga. What is steyam? Steyam means to steal. So what is steya yoga? The yoga of
Stealing.
that is what Krishna practices. Krishna is the king of thieves. And he practices the yoga of stealing. And we love him for that, isn't it? We love Krishna because he practices the yoga of stealing. Steya yoga has been translated by, in this verse it has been translated as by some sort of stealing process. So it's a process. Yoga is a process. Bhakti yoga is a process of rendering devotional service. Steya yoga is a process of some sort of stealing. So we'll stop here with that thought. Alright? So Krishna is in the business of stealing just as we are in the business of serving Krishna through devotional service. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
So we'll have a little bit more kirtan. Kirtanias are here and we'll get them going. Is that tomorrow?
Sure.
I think for Charlotte.